This is the part 2 and the conclusion of the story titled Dedicated to the Village Altar. Remember, in the part 1 of this story, we were told about a husband and a wife, Ada and the Mado. Ada, who happened to be the wife, was having some spiritual challenges from her village. We were told that in her village, every first female child must always return every month to the village for the ritual of Omo Ada, but Ada has never attended that ritual. Then the women started coming after her, spiritually and physically. Remember, in the part 1, a woman came and transferred powers into her. The powers was meant to jeopardize her marriage so that she will have no option than to come back to the village. One of the things she used the power to do was to cause rain to fall so that the husband will not go to work. The husband makes his work that very day. She was pouring water inside a bowl through a sieve, and that was what caused the rain to start falling. Now the story continues. At a point, they decided to travel to the village when the challenge was too much for them. Immediately they entered the village. The first person they met was the woman that was tormenting her in the city. When they met this woman face to face, they exchanged greetings, but that greeting was not friendly. It was mockery in disguise from the side of the woman to them. After the greetings, when the woman was about to walk away, she turned and looked at them in an unfriendly manner, which got Mado and Ada worried. After the look, the woman walked away. Ada and the Mado stood there worried. Then the next thing, Mado wanted Ada to follow him down to the village, but Ada refused and asked him that they should go back to the city. Without much conviction owing to what happened, Mado accepted and they walked back to the city. Immediately they got back to the city, Ada fell sick, seriously sick, that Mado had to start cooling her temperature before the doctor will arrive. Nothing like this has ever happened to Ada. Looking at Mado, he has really got tired of the whole thing called marriage. He stood there looking discouraged, not knowing what to do. When the doctor arrived, he took his time to explain to Mado all his discovery and made him to understand that everything will be fine soon. After that explanation, the doctor stood up and took his leave. The following day, when the doctor came, after giving treatment to Ada, he called Mado by the side to talk to him. He told him that he has not seen any serious case in Ada's life that will warrant her to be lying down the way she was lying down, and encouraged him to continue in prayer, and suggested for him to go and meet a man that will counsel him and change his mindset towards prayer so that he will be able to pray and get out of this situation. When he mentioned the name of the man, Mado turned and looked at him and told him that the man he just mentioned his name is late. The doctor said he is aware that the man is late. Then the Mado asked him how was he going to meet a man who has died. He told him to go and get his book. That in reading what someone wrote down, put down on paper, is like meeting the person one-on-one. It's like reading the mind of that person. That reading the book from the man is like communicating with the man. He urged him to go ahead and get the book and read. That in reading that book, a lot of things will change in his life and family through prayers. Mr. Mado obeyed the doctor's instruction. He got the book and started reading. He spent the whole day going through the book. His hunger to get something from the book made him not to eat anything from morning till evening. He was going through the book till evening time. He fell asleep, and in his sleep he was having dream. Then in that dream, a man came to him. It was actually the author of that book. Maybe because of the conception of his mind, owing to what the doctor said, that reading a book from somebody is like meeting the person one-on-one or reading the mind of that person. In that dream, he was having a detailed explanation of what prayer is all about from the man, how to pray the right prayer. The book made him to understand that some people can actually be complaining and think that they are praying, and they blame God for not answering their prayers. A lot of things from that book was explained to him by the man in his dream, and the next thing, he woke up. This is what they said that the Savior has come to your doorstep. This book and this revelation, they are the beginning of liberation in the life of Mado and his wife Ada in their marriage. It is so obvious that Mado has got the spirit of prayer from this book, directly from the author, and he has decided to rewrite the story of his marriage. He has decided to change the handwriting of ordinances written against him and his wife in their marriage. We saw Mado in another dimension. As his prayer tempo and the spirit increased, he saw a revelation immediately. He was taken to the village of his wife Ada. As the revelation was going on, instructions were coming on the prayer point, instructions were coming on the things he has to mention, on the declarations he has to declare, on everything he has to know about the family, about the foundation, about the ritual of Umada. Instructions were coming instantly on what to pray about. And that was a great help to him, for him not to pray amiss. His prayer was directional and revelational. As the prayer was ongoing in his room, something happened. The usual woman appeared. When she disappeared, the spirit she injected inside Ada left Ada immediately, and she screamed on top of her voice. When she screamed, the husband rushed to hold her immediately and started praying for her. Without being told, this is a great turnaround in the life of Mado and his wife Ada, who said that prayer doesn't work. I want you to know that prayer can never cease to be the key, not just the key, but the master key. Listen, if you are planning for marriage and the prayer life is not included in that your plan, please, I want you to revisit your plans and include prayers in your plan. Even if you have established marriage already, add prayer in every plan you have in that marriage for a great turnaround. Don't be deceived when you are told that prayer doesn't work, because I know and I am a living testimony that prayer can change a lot of things. The fervent prayer of a righteous person availeth much. Pray without ceasing, because men ought to pray and not to faint. We cannot stop making videos to change situations in our lives and families. Please join us to change life and families by sharing this video. Share this video so that someone somewhere will be liberated from the bondage through prayers. Thank you so much, and don't forget, this is House of the Sons Global. Bye for now.